From the huge studios, WRXK, Bonita Springs, Naples, Fort Myers, a Beasley Broadcast Group station, 96K Rock, and 96krock.com. Talk that rocks.
Get off the ledge! Get off the ledge! This country sure as hell been going down the drain.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. Why should you want to know? Don't you mind about the future?
And now, live, unedited, unrehearsed, and unapologetic, brought to you by Duncan's Diamonds, your direct diamond importer. Straight off the ledge, it's JD and Smitty.
This is the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty on 96K Rock. The phone numbers are 277-9600. And for the viewers watching on the Ledge Cam, 239-775-9600. Thanks to executive producer Tripod Billy, we are streaming live video at theledgeradioshow.com. You can also give us a like on Facebook at facebook.com/The Ledge Radio Show. Special thanks this morning to our in-studio producer, Sick Rick. Morning, Smitty. Was hoping you'd be sick today.
I'm sure you were. How's your jaw feeling? Hey, what's up, Southwest Florida? I'd first like to thank our title sponsor, Duncan Diamonds, for all their support. They've been terrific, and the Ledge Radio Show as well. They've been helping us out a whole lot, and we want to thank them so very much. Call them for all your diamond jewelry needs at 1-877-343-4883, or look for them on Google or on 41. And we'd like to welcome our new intern.
Special guest intern host,
Yes.
Kelly. Kelly?
Hey, great to be here.
It's not Kelly Clarkson's. Don't get excited, everybody.
No, Kelly is she's actually a young lady attending college, and I actually met her at a Young Republicans rally the other night. She is not one of the Young Republicans, but she is young, and one of the Young Republicans.
She's an infiltrator. She's an infiltrator, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you come to learn, kind of see what the other side was like, or?
Yeah, mostly just to learn.
Did you learn anything or no?
Not really.
That's my girl.
Well, I don't. Did you get there late?
Yeah, I got there a little late.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe just.
What rally was this?
It was the Romney-Ryan rally. I remember Ricky Nelson and Matt Hurley were here.
Yes.
Last weekend,
Yes.
Promoting the Romney-Ryan rally at Ballyorney.
Yes, I do.
So it wasn't bad. I mean, I was at an event prior down in Naples, so I didn't get there until about halfway through, and I think most of the event was already over. But I still stayed and had a good time.
Oh, congratulations.
Thanks a lot. Hey, what do you point? You get the O's?
I'm pointing to my O's hat.
Oh,
I'm rocking the O's.
What
man.
about the Mo's, man?
They look great. I can't wait to go to New York and beat up on them now.
You think you're going to be able to beat them?
Yeah, you got to go in confident. They're going to be. They're the Giants. They're the big boys. So got to bring your A game.
Do they have it?
Oh yeah, they do.
What's that stat that Sick Rick pointed out earlier? 74-0 and what? When they're leading in the seventh?
Seventh inning.
So if they're leading in the seventh,
they don't lose.
They're 74-0.
Yep, they've never lost.
Can we just start at the seventh inning?
I'd like that. That'd be terrific.
Well, I hope for you, Smitty, that the O's go as far as they can go, because I know you've been a faithful fan for your whole life, and
it's been 20 years. They've been in the cellars. It's not like it's always been the Yankees, always been the Red Sox, and so it's nice to see somebody else.
Well, actually, I think it was only the Red Sox once or twice. Was it once?
Are you kidding? They're always in the
twice,
fight for it.
Three times
a lady. There you go.
Well, what? I know we had some big.
You had some big news this week.
Actually, I want to get to Tripod Billy. He had some big news yesterday on his Craigslist ad. Oh, look at him. He's like, no.
Oh.
That was a personal joke somebody was playing on poor Billy, and we know how cruel they can be. So sorry, Billy. Man. I don't know what they were doing to you.
M for Billy.
Yeah.
He can't take it.
We don't want to bring that up. Oh, no.
Adam got him on that one.
He did. But talk about your highlighted moment this week.
I don't even know
man.
what you're referring to. You mean the debate where Mitt Romney schooled Obama like he was a little school child in the corner?
I wouldn't go that far.
No. I would.
I mean, you guys have been blundering and flumbling and stripping and dipping and everything for the whole time, and now you guys get one lousy moment where you get a shining moment where you did something right. You were just glad he didn't embarrass you, because Obama has been mopping him up for weeks, and now Romney finally showed up. Romney did good. I'm not going to tell you he didn't. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, he didn't do good. He did very well. He stood his own. He had his points made. He went right after Obama. Obama did look tired, wore out, and really just beat up.
Well, just use Al Gore's excuse. It must have been the altitude.
No.
And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it President Obama's anniversary?
It was.
Yeah.
So he was busy night 4.
If it was my
He was a
anniversary,
little tired.
if that was my
trying to show
anniversary
some love,
for
all right?
that lady, I'd be the same way.
Trying to show some love to the wife, okay? So lay off.
Hey, Romney congratulated him for his anniversary.
He did, but he looked a little tired.
But here's the big difference though. When you got the facts on your side, you don't have to worry about lying.
Facts.
You don't have to worry about your lies.
Oh, please.
come on.
You guys have
Did Obama say at any point during that debate that Romney was wrong about anything he came after Obama
Well,
with?
he would have, but he flip-flopped so many, he wouldn't know which was right or wrong. Because every time Romney says something, he flip-flops the other way.
He'll schooled him.
He'll say
He
anything.
flat out schooled him.
He'll say anything to get elected, like a used car salesman.
You're saying Romney would say anything?
Anything.
Do you think Obama would?
Anything.
You think Obama would?
Nope.
You don't?
Nope.
Man, I can hear Billy laughing from the control room.
I think Romney is a very smart guy, and I think he knows as long as he's not stable on one subject, you can't pin him down. And he keeps on moving. Well, I'm going to say this now. Well, I'll say this now. Well, I'll say, and he flip flops.
You know the big.
But he did good.
Was,
he did good.
The big difference was Obama didn't have his teleprompter to rely on.
Well,
that was him off teleprompter, and he has no facts to use. It's all emotion, and he didn't have anything for the American people, which is what he's had the last 4 years.
If you have a comment you want to call up, it's 277-9600 or 775-9600. Please give me a call or JD a call and let me know what you think.
Well, here's what the poll said. The CNN poll. Now, what's funny is, go ahead. I watched the debate on Fox.
What did the poll say?
But then I turned it from Fox to see what the other networks were saying because I want to see how they spun it.
You mean Fox?
No, I wanted to see how the other networks would spin it. And I was pleasantly surprised that the other networks, even though they were straining, their teeth were gritted, their jaws were clenched, they were so upset that the guy they've been shilling for and carrying water for the last 4 years didn't have anything for Romney.
What did the poll say?
CNN poll that night, 67% Romney, 25% Obama. Romney crushed him in a landslide. And that's what your election is going to look like.
No, it's not going to look like that. Not at all. You know, last week all you told me was the polls don't mean anything. Now you're laying on them. Now you're like, oh, the polls say this. You know what? Romney gained some points. He did. At one point, now if you're looking at polls now, and I know you only believe polls if they're in your favor. You don't believe them when they're not in your favor. So let's just, for example, use this as a general poll. He was leading. Obama was leading in the polls. Now Romney did great. He did gain points. He actually was up to about 49% now. Okay.
Well, considering the fact that this was a CNN poll, which all of CNN's polls are almost always skewed Democrat.
But last week you said that you didn't agree.
25.
Last week polls were no good, you were telling me. Now they're good.
No, it's not
You're
that it was
flip-flopping
good.
like Romney,
No,
man.
it's not that it was good. It's just that every single network had the same outcome.
You know what the outcome's going to be? After November is going to be an outcome. Because right now, Obama's not doing so well because he had one slip. One slip doesn't mean you lose the election when you're in a boxing match and you lose one debate. That doesn't mean nothing.
Let's see what Jim from Fort Myers has to say. Jim's on line 1. Oh, line 2 maybe.
Line 2.
Jim, you're on the Ledge
What's
Radio
up,
Show.
my brother?
Hey, good morning. How is everyone?
Hey,
Great,
Jim.
thank
Good
you.
morning, my friend.
Great. Well, listen, I would be very interested, and I'm sure as well as many others, would be very interested in talking points not about the leaves and branches of what each candidate has to offer, but more importantly, their political principles on the very fabric of what we call our country and our nation, which is their views on the Constitution, their views on their belief of the capitalistic system that we're under, and see where that takes us, because all this other stuff is just fluff, leaves, and branches. And I wish we could really.
Hey, Jim. Jim, I think you've got a great point. But I mean, have you been following all along? I mean, if you've been following it all along, and we've had 4 years of Obama now, so he's got a record that he could try to run on. He's
not really.
Well, I mean,
the only record.
I mean, he's got a record he could try to run on. That's my point. Is the record's so bad that he's got to use anything else to run around because he can't run on his record. So if we've been following it, we know where the candidates stay. And I've told Smitty before, Romney was not my first choice of the Republican primary. He was one of my last choices. But you know what? He's who I've got right now versus Obama. So that's who I'm going to support. And I think that like Newt Gingrich said many times, any of those Republican primary candidates could have done infinitely better job than Barack Obama's done the entire 4 years. And I think that's the bottom line.
I would have to agree. It's like for me, it's a very serious consideration as far as the vote and which way many people will vote and lean towards, because again, like to the very core of our country, the president's saying, well, we want to move forward. We want to move forward. And really and truly what I get from that moving forward is he wants to take us away from the Constitution. He wants to take us away from smaller government. He wants to take us away from all these things that brought us to this point as a nation. And he wants to try to instill, a socialist Marxist kind of viewpoint onto America. And, for me, I don't get it. I don't understand why.
Jim, let me ask you something. Do you consider yourself a birther too?
No.
No. Okay. Well, you hesitated. That must meant that you were thinking about it.
Well, it's there's a lot of meanings, I guess, to that title.
Well,
I'm sure there's aspects of me that I could say yes, I am.
Well, don't you think the rubber meets the road when you start talking about? You say you want to talk about a general, the capitalistic way. It's a socialistic way. Don't fall into the trap that a lot of people fall into, and that's when you mention socialism or anything like that.
Marxism.
It's like a black mark. Oh my God, I wouldn't want to take care of anybody. Oh my God, I don't want to. Okay, well, it sounds like that's what you're saying. And
no, not at all.
A socialistic country isn't all about taking care of everyone. That's a mindset. That's controlling.
But that's what people conjure up
people like sheep.
But that's what people think when they hear it, and the GOP uses that as a tagline to say, "Oh, it's a socialism. It's communism."
Do you know why? Do you know why, Smitty and Jim? Maybe you can jump in on this as well, because we left oppressive countries to come here. As U.S. citizens, we left oppressive countries that had Marxism, communism, socialism, hierarchy. They had all kinds of different kings and queens and all this different stuff to come here to start a nation that's never been done before, ever in mankind. The freedom and liberty and the right to pursue it. And we don't want to go back to another. If you like that socialism, go live in France where they just institute a 75% tax increase on their rich.
There's a lot of socialistic programs that are good. Just because one, or you want to stretch the truth and say 75% or 80%.
No, that's what their
That would never happen here. That would never happen here.
Why wouldn't it?
That's not true.
Because as American citizens, we're too
It's
strong.
actually taking place before our very eyes.
Oh, you're
mandate, and he circumvents the law every chance he can.
Jim, you're using a typical GOP scare tactic.
No.
Oh my God, the sky's falling. It's Chicken Little. It's going to be taxes. We're all going to be communists, socialists. We're all going to have 75% taxes. Come on, Jim. Get real. Get real, Jim.
What he wants to do. Look at what he wants to do, though.
Take care of the old folks. Take care of the military folks.
No, he doesn't want
to take care of the poor folks.
I'm all about taking care of the military. Those guys fight.
Well, that's part of the 47% he was griping about.
That was 6%. That was 6% of the 47%.
It was not.
Hey, Jim, listen, buddy. You and I agree.
Right, yeah, I'll let you guys go.
Yeah,
thanks, Jim. Thanks for calling in, buddy.
Me and you are on the same page, buddy. We keep listening. Call in next week, man.
All right, vote Romney.
Vote Romney. All right, hey, we got another caller on the line. Looks like we got Tony from the Cape on line 1. Tony, you're on the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
I think that we are really on the edge of defining where our country is going to go. I think it's not just about another election. I'm 52 years old. I've never in my life seen an election like this. I am appalled at the way both sides are treating things. I don't consider myself. I am not a card-carrying Republican or Democrat. I consider myself an American.
Good for
Amen
you.
to that.
I would vote for whoever I thought was the best for office. I personally think that Obama is horrible for this country. I don't think he's brought us in I don't think he's done one thing of what he promised. His hope and change was garbage. I think that we are in the worst position right now than we've been ever.
And you don't
even and Bush was not a good president. Well, I think he had some good points, but he was not a good presidency. But I cannot understand why any part of this country right now could be voting for Obama. It is beyond my comprehension why anybody could think that a guy that came in with promises of hope and change and did none of it could be reelected.
Because
scares the crap out of me.
Well, because I think, Tony, most people understand, and I know JD doesn't agree with this, but most people see the situation and do realize that the truth is it was a horrible, horrible, horrible situation he got into. It was a snake.
Absolutely.
It was a snake bit job to begin with, and nobody wanted it.
Hang on, man. He had both houses of Congress. He had
and he got health care passed. That's all he did.
He spent 2 years trying to get health care. He didn't do anything about jobs or the
economy. And I told you before,
Nothing.
he spent most of his time fighting
on
for this
topic.
on health care, and it drained him. And now, of course, now that after the first 2 years, Tony, what happened was the GOP got involved. They put their heels in. They stuck it down, and they didn't move for the last 2 years.
Dude, hey,
they didn't help him out one bit.
It passed health care, and the majority of this country doesn't want what he passed.
Well,
again, I don't understand.
Then
I agree, Tony.
Put it on a voting ballot then.
He won't.
I'm sorry?
Then they have to vote for it then. I guess everybody's going to...
Again, I don't know if it's... Listen, I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy theory kind of guy. I don't understand it. I really don't understand.
Let me ask you...
I talk to so many people who have the same feelings that I do, and these polls can be as high as they are. I just don't understand it.
Let me ask you something.
I really don't.
Tony, do you believe that citizens of America, do you know that ruling where they said corporations were just like people? Do you believe that was a right ruling too?
I don't know. I think that corporations provide jobs. I think that you need a businessman running this country. I think you need somebody that's got policies that's going to create business. I don't think the government should run the country. I think that is socialism, and I really, I wasn't born into a socialist country. I certainly don't want to die with one on my children's hands.
Hey, Tony, this is JD, buddy. I'm with you, man. Let's just keep listening to the show. Vote your conscience. Vote who you think is going to be the best choice to lead this country back to the Constitution.
When's early voting start in Florida? Do you know?
I'm not sure, buddy. We'll look it up at the break.
Look it up at the break, though.
Hey, Tony, take care, bud. Thanks for calling in.
Thanks for calling, Tony.
Okay, guys. All right. Have a great day.
All right, my friend.
All right, this is the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty. Phone numbers are 277-9600 or 775-9600. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Lex and Terry, 6 to 10 p.m.
Did you bring your nails? Sarah did.
You asked me to.
Yeah, what was that all about? I saw that little... She did it. Oh, God.
He wanted it.
Hey, speaking of crazy. And you left it on there? Uh-huh. Hey, there's CeeLo. I ain't got no problem with that. No? Come up to me as a woman naked and think I'm gay and see what happened. I will knock you down in a minute.
Lex and Terry on 96 K-Rock.
Securing your family, your business, your property. That's what's important in your world. No matter how big, no matter how small, secure your world with Imperial Fire Alarm and Security today.
Imperial Fire Alarm and Security is a local company with hometown service, the way it should be. One call to Imperial will align you with the most effective fire alarm security and surveillance systems, as well as state-of-the-art wireless monitoring. If you're a property manager or condo association member, ask about Imperial's wireless monitoring systems to replace costly and unreliable phone lines and save your community thousands. From individual homes to large communities, Imperial Fire Alarm and Security can secure your world.
Don't you think it's time to secure your world? Imperial Fire Alarm and Security services Lee, Charlotte, and Collier counties. Learn more at imperialfiresecurity.com or to schedule your free consultation, call 239-288-6482. Secure your world at imperialfiresecurity.com.
License number EF2000046.
Every day, people go to work, and before the day is over, an on-the-job injury can alter their life forever. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Unfortunately, these workers often find themselves in a fight for survival with their own employer's workers' compensation insurance carrier. Sometimes an injury takes seconds to occur. Others are caused by years of repetitive motion or exposure to hazardous chemicals or materials. But no matter how an injury occurs, the immediate need for lost wages and medical treatment begins at once. Most people live paycheck to paycheck, and any disruption in pay can upset a family's life. At Morgan & Morgan, we're proud of the work we do on behalf of the injured worker. Don't trust the insurance company to protect your family. Visit forthepeople.com for answers to your questions concerning your legal rights, or call Morgan & Morgan at 1-800-MORGAN-LAW. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
Southwest Florida knows that Duncan's Diamonds has the best prices, but it's their quality, selection, and excellent customer service that keeps customers coming back year after year. And Duncan's Diamonds customers have great things to say.
Their sales team is extremely helpful and knowledgeable.
I shopped at other jewelry stores, but there's no place like Duncan's Diamonds. And I tell all my friends to come here every chance I get.
At Duncan's Diamonds, I found everything I was looking for. Great designers. I was awfully impressed with their Hearts on Fire diamonds and jewelry. You know, they're really amazing.
The customer service is excellent. You know, you're free to take your time and browse without being hassled, and all your questions are answered.
I've been to every chain jewelry store, department store, and independently owned stores. None of them beat Duncan's Diamonds prices. They are the best.
I had some jewelry to sell, and by far, Duncan's Diamonds paid me the most cash and paid on the spot.
Duncan's Diamonds puts your mind at ease. Best quality at the best price.
Discover Duncan's Diamonds, Fort Myers on US 41, and in the Gulf Coast Town Center, where you'll find the largest selection at the best prices in Southwest Florida.
Jason and Todd with the Diamond District have exciting news for you. The Diamond District is buying your gold and paying you 125% of gold's value.
Gold is on the rise, and the Diamond District wants to buy gold you don't wear any longer. No one pays you more than the Diamond District.
When you sell your gold and exchange it for something new, Jason and I will pay you 125% of your gold's value. No catch. If gold is $1,700 per ounce, we pay you over $2,100 for your gold.
The Diamond District will also buy your diamonds. If you have diamonds you are no longer wearing, let one of the Diamond District's 3 GIA graduate gemologists appraise your diamond for free and make you an offer.
No one sells more diamonds than the Diamond District, which means no one buys more diamonds than the Diamond District.
Jason and Todd with the Diamond District are paying you 125% of your gold's value when you exchange for new jewelry, and they're paying top dollar for your diamonds. Visit the Diamond District in Estero at Coconut Point. Call 947-3434. At the Diamond District.
Well, here we go.
Yeah, that's what my friends say too. Well, here we go.
Now back to the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty on 96 K-Rock. Talk that rocks.
Welcome back. The phone numbers are 239-277-9600 or 775-9600. Check out the live stream at theledgeradioshow.com. You can also find us at facebook.com/The Ledge Radio Show. If you'd like to advertise during this show for our new primetime slot every Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon, visit our website, contact us for details. Great rates while they last. And as the election nears, the value only goes up. You know, Smitty, before we get back into politics, I want to give you a little personal story here. You know, Duncan's Diamonds, that's where I go for all my diamond and jewelry purchases. I've shopped everywhere. I've shopped at all the other chains, okay? And Duncan's is the prices are easily 25 to 50% below any of the other diamond and jewelry stores. I've never found a jewelry store like Duncan's Diamonds. The people there are great. They're friendly. They know what they're talking about. They're helpful. They're knowledgeable. Duncan's Diamonds, they got the best selection, quality, and by far the greatest values at or below internet pricing. And even wholesale pricing, which is hard to find. I mean,
and the people are great there when you go there. They'll talk to you like a human, and you know they
don't talk down to you.
They don't talk down to you.
They don't you know look at your clothes and think you can't afford anything like some of these
right.
you know
if you have any
like
questions,
you, Smitty,
like
you know,
me,
you're wearing your Orioles shirt.
You know, I can't afford anything.
Well, you know,
so, I'm so broke I can't pay attention.
A good friend of mine took his old gold jewelry into Duncan's Diamonds. They paid him top dollar right on the spot.
Dog, what? Say what?
And right now, the price of gold is still high, man. It's up there, so you could make some serious coin if you got it.
I'm pulling teeth. That's it.
There you go. So the next time you're looking for a quality diamond or amazing jewelry, go to Duncan's Diamonds and tell them JD from the Ledge Radio Show sent you. You won't be disappointed.
Get a nice gem for your Prince Albert or something.
Maybe, I don't know. Looks like we got a call on the line. Carol from Naples on line 1. Carol, you're on the Ledge Radio Show. What you got for us?
Hey, good morning. I'm old and gray and wrinkled and living down in Naples, and obviously Republican. And I was curious what the tone was on the college campuses after the debates and what the reaction was.
Well, let's
check college
with
girl.
Kelly.
All right, let's see. Well, a few of my classmates and I were talking about the elections, and we all really agreed that Romney was doing fantastic
in the debate.
Yeah, the debate was really great.
Up to that point, he wasn't so great.
No.
Well, he didn't have his teleprompter like Obama. All right, so go ahead, keep going.
Cheat.
Well, and a lot of us agreed that he did such a wonderful job, and it changed our minds a little bit about
Really?
him. Yeah, a little bit, but not much, not much.
Why is that?
Because of substance, I'm
Yeah.
sure. He was a good car salesman. I mean, he had me believing him for a minute
Yeah.
until I looked at what he was saying. Then I realized he was saying something different, a couple weeks ago. So
Exactly. And
But it made you guys think, though.
It
made
did.
you think that there's a possibility that this guy might actually know something.
yeah, and then we went to the the fact checker after the debate,
Right.
and yeah, that kind of brought us back.
Oh, it did? Well, just so you know, I've got all those fact checker stuff for you.
Yeah.
I know where you get your stuff from. Conservapedia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Conservapedia.com. That's for people that live in another world that don't believe what they
Hey,
hear
Carol,
from the
thanks
real
for
world.
the call, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Carol. Bye.
So, no, actually, factcheck.org, you can go to that.
Conservapedia. I'll just talk about that.
Do they have Conservapedia?
They do have Conservapedia.
For real?
They're for real. And that's
Oh,
for
I gotta look this up.
and that's for people that don't believe the real world you live in. What they do is they actually write up a fantasy thing.
You mean like Wikipedia?
Yeah, kind of like you do
Your
on the
research
Blaze
site.
and RushLimbaugh.com and Conservapedia, and they write all this stuff that's so far right and so far fantasy that they actually makes you feel good. And you go, wow, that's almost believable. Kind of like when Romney talks, it's almost believable.
Well, here I've got an audio cut queued up.
All right.
And now this kind of fits into your mantra. It's football. Okay, it's a little bit about football.
I'm
It's
sure.
It's not your team. It's the Jets owner.
That's your team. You like the Tebow team.
I like Tebow when he's playing on the Jets. When they don't just say, "All right,
He's
go
going
out
to play
there."
this week. He's going
You
to play
think?
this. Oh yes.
As
yes.
long as when they play him, they don't just tell him to go out there and run every time because the other team knows that's what he's going to do.
Well, we can't throw. He might as well run.
He can throw. He can throw. The guy threw for like 48 touchdowns when he was with the Gators. Come on.
He was lucky.
Well, this is Woody Johnson.
Woody.
I don't know who Woody Johnson is. He's the owner of the Jets. This is what
It sounds like a made-up name, Woody Johnson.
Yeah, he might be related to me.
Woody Johnson. Hey, yo, Woody Johnson here.
You know what they called him when he played baseball?
What do you call him?
The Big Wood.
That's it, man.
All right, Sick Rick, cut one audio, please.
Now, what is a bigger priority to you right now? A winning season for the Jets or a winning election for Mitt Romney?
Well, I think you always have to put country first. So I think it's very, very important that for not only for us, but for our particular kids and grandkids, that this election come off with Mitt Romney and Ryan as president and vice president.
He sounds exciting.
So what do you think about that, though? I mean, here you got a business owner, that he's running an NFL team, and he believes that Romney and Ryan are the winning combination for this country.
Well, he's a big owner, and he has a lot of money invested, so he's looking for all the tax loops and all the tax breaks that Romney's promising. So of course he's going to vote for him. You know?
Oh, okay. Okay.
What do you expect?
So that's all it was. Then.
He's not the 47%. You know what I mean?
I gotcha. Well, I don't know if that's the case. I mean, I think that
Of course it is.
I think that people like him that create business, that bring business to the area.
What about the
that
small
create
businesses
jobs.
that create more jobs than the big businesses?
Absolutely, and Romney had a great line about that.
And I think so did Obama when he said, the big businesses that they talk about is way different than the guys that call themselves a big business that are small mom and pop outfits.
Well,
just because you're a business, quote unquote, and a corporation like yours or any of the other ones out there, the ones next door, whether it's a farmer or guy, doing electrical work or whatever he's doing. He's not going to get the breaks that IBM and DuPont and the airlines and all these massive, companies are getting.
Well, a lot of times the breaks you get are because you got a decent accountant.
Yeah, that's true.
I've got a decent accountant. But I got a small company,
Well,
but here's one of the things that I thought was really odd about the debate that even Romney didn't bring up when Obama mentioned Donald Trump being a small business. Even though Donald Trump doesn't like to be considered small for anything, is that in general small businesses are defined, at least in this state, by employee numbers. Fewer than 50 employees is generally a small business.
Yeah.
So they didn't mention anything about the number of employees. You could have four employees and make $10 million a year and still be a small business.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? I wish we could do that.
Well, we got another caller on the line. We got Jack from Fort Myers on line 1. Jack, you're on the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty.
Yeah, I got a question for you guys.
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you guys think the country is in worse shape that it was in back 2009? If yes, why?
Go ahead, Smitty. What do you think? You think we're in
No,
better or worse shape?
I don't think we're in worse shape. I think 2009, like you're talking about, 2008, 2009, when the economy crashed, and he was handed that bag of a snake bit job. I think it was in dire straits, and I think it was unprecedented. And I think what he had to do was what he had to do. And I think that he saved a lot of people's jobs, and it's controversial, but he made the tough call, and it proved to be something that's worthwhile.
Here, I want to go to something.
But my question is that why they refuse to get Obama any credit for that? Because, the country is in the worst shape. I was in the worst shape since the Great Depression.
That's
and
correct.
The guy came in, and then, he did all he can, even though, the Republican guys, stopped, everything that he proposed. But come on, guys.
Right.
Hey, Jack.
The stock market actually has crawled back, and it's about where it was when he took office.
Jack,
now.
let me give you some stats, buddy. Okay, when Obama came into office, we were at a $10 trillion debt. Now we're at $16 trillion debt. Okay.
Do you know because of why?
Yeah, because he wasted more than $1 trillion per year.
No, a lot of policies were already in place.
No. He was trying to pull us from that big hole that
you can't spend money when you should
JD,
be claiming bankruptcy.
You don't know Jack. So go ahead.
I don't know Jack. Jack, let me tell you something.
Jack.
When you spend $800 billion in a stimulus package and it doesn't stimulate a single job.
Oh, what do you mean? It saved the auto industry.
You know what? Ford didn't need to be saved. Neither did GM. They should have went bankrupt.
No.
They would have restructured. They would have restructured like they've done many times before.
I'll do it again.
Let me tell you this. Do you know if Romney was the president back then, GM would be out of business right now?
And hundreds of millions of thousands of jobs.
They wouldn't be out of business. You know what they would have done? They would have restructured like every corporation that's ever filed for bankruptcy. They would have restructured, got rid of their debt, and they'd be just as strong as they are now.
Yeah, it would have reopened them.
Actually, they'd be stronger than they are now because they wouldn't owe. Half the company would be owned by the union.
Hey, Jack, you know what happens if he wouldn't have stepped in? You would have had GM under, like he said, under a new name. It would have been called Yakamoto GM Electric, and then the Chinese would have owned it, and then we wouldn't have any Americans there anymore, and they'd be shipping all the jobs.
Hang on a second. Hang on, guys. Here's another stat for you.
Yakamoto Motors.
You know all the jobs that were gained in GM were overseas in China. 200,000 jobs are in China for GM.
That's right.
74,000.
But the main money's coming back here. The main money's coming back here.
You're out of your mind.
You're smoking.
It's government motors. Government motors.
You're crack pipe.
Hey, Jack, thanks for listening, buddy. Take care, man.
Thank you, my friend. Call back anytime, Jack, because you don't know Jack, okay?
I don't know Jack. Well, there was some good. We're talking about the debate, and we got a guest. Coming in at the last segment of this hour. But just back to the debate, there were some good zingers.
I'm sure you have them.
I've got a couple of them.
Really, I'm stunned.
Yep. Let's see here. I'm just gonna read a couple of them. When Romney first got on, he says that a family was asking him, can you help us? The answer is yes. That's what he said. The answer is yes. It's not some long drawn out 30-minute dialogue about how the government built bridges and you didn't build this business. He said yes.
Because if only other flip flop from that would be no, and he won't say that.
Well,
that's tough to screw that one up, Yes, what's the opposite of yes? No, come on.
Those who were worried that Romney wouldn't have good reactions to Obama's attacks got a big surprise. Because when Obama went after Romney's tax plan for being fiscally irresponsible, Romney fought back with a response that was belittling and folksy. I've got 5 boys, he says. I'm used to people saying something that's not always true. But just keep
know about that.
But just keep on repeating it and ultimately hoping I'll believe it. You know where that actually came from?
I'm sure you'll tell us.
That's from Rules from Radicals from Saul Alinsky. That's Obama's #1 playbook. It's let me repeat a lie over and over until the Americans that don't pay attention will believe it.
Like you just keep telling everybody he's a Muslim and he's not made in America and all that, right?
Well, it only took him 3 years to show his birth certificate. Why is that?
So you're a birther.
Why should he have to show his birth certificate?
Because he's the president. So it's one of only 3 qualifications to become president.
Not one GOP in Congress or Senate has ever said, "Hey, we want to go after him, prove it." They all go, "Look, leave it alone."
We know because no one has.
Because they know it's an idiotic thought. They know it's a nutcase out there who's pushing this, the radical right.
Well, I guess he showed his cards.
Okay, let's hear your clip. I can't wait to hear it.
Well, we'll
come back after break. Hear it.
Well, when we get back from break, we're going to have a guest, but I think I've got.
He can join in.
I've got a short segment. Can we got a couple minutes, Sick Rick? Let me do. You know what? This will help you, Smitty.
All right.
Let's do cuts.
I know you're helping me.
This is cut 5. This is the best quips from both candidates.
Let's hear it.
Cut 5. You got it queued up. Let's go. Whenever you're ready, Sick Rick.
Put your alcohol drink down.
Technical difficulties with Sick Rick on cut 5. Nothing. You're killing me. Oh my God.
There it goes.
There we go.
He's got a frozen daiquiri over there.
I didn't know you had a daiquiri machine in here.
Yeah, look at that thing, man.
Nothing. Man. Well, that's all right. I'll tell you what. Let's.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Thank God. Sinking like the Titanic over here.
Sweetie, you happy anniversary, and let you know that a year from now we will not be celebrating it in front of 40 million people.
I'm sure this was the most romantic place you could imagine, here with me. The president has a view very similar to the view he had when he ran 4 years ago, that a bigger government, spending more, taxing more, regulating more, if you will, trickle-down government would work. That's not the right answer for America.
Governor Romney has a perspective that says if we cut taxes, skew towards the wealthy, and roll back regulations, that we'll be better off. I've got a different view.
We're way over our first 15 minutes.
It's fun, isn't it?
It's okay, it's great.
Donald Trump is a small business. And I know Donald Trump doesn't like to think of himself as small anything.
It's not just Donald Trump you're taxing. It's all those businesses that employ 1/4 of the workers in America, these small businesses that are taxed as individuals. You raise taxes and you kill jobs.
Now, does anybody think that ExxonMobil needs some extra money?
Because you said you get a deduction for taking a plant overseas? Look, I've been in business for 25 years. I have no idea what you're talking about. I maybe need to get a new accountant.
Why wouldn't we eliminate tax breaks for corporate jets? My attitude is if you got a corporate jet, you can probably afford to pay full freight, not get a special break for it.
I'm sorry, Jim. I'm going to stop the subsidy to PBS. I'm going to stop other things. I like PBS. I love Big Bird. I actually like you, too. You've been president 4 years. You said you cut the deficit in half. It's now 4 years later. We still have trillion-dollar deficits. The CBO says we'll have a trillion-dollar deficit each of the next 4 years. If you're reelected, we'll get to a trillion-dollar debt.
Well, there you have it. That's that. See, it gives a little bit of both sides there, Smitty. You got some good quips in from Obama.
It was very entertaining.
Some decent ones in from Romney. I got something better after when we get back after the break and after we introduce our next guest.
Alrighty.
Coming up in the next segment, we've got Collier County Judge Eugene Turner coming on.
277-9600 or 775-9600. Give us a call after the break.
Yep, we'll be right back.
Hey, it's Bubba the Love Sponge. Check me out mornings right here on 96 K-Rock from 6 till 10 a.m., followed by an all-new lineup of the best damn radio shows, period. Zito and Garrett middays, Stan and Haney afternoons, followed by Lex and Terry, the Nick and Artie, the Alex Jones Show, and Man Count. Check out all the shows on 96krock.com. Take K-Rock everywhere you go by downloading the iRadio Now app on your smartphone or your Android. It's a radio station that has balls to give you exactly what you wanted. Entertaining radio. 96 K-Rock. Talk that rocks.
Securing your family, your business, your property. That's what's important in your world. No matter how big, no matter how small, secure your world with Imperial Fire Alarm and Security today.
Imperial Fire Alarm and Security is a local company with hometown service, the way it should be. One call to Imperial will align you with the most effective fire alarm security and surveillance systems, as well as state-of-the-art wireless monitoring. If you're a property manager or condo association member, ask about Imperial's wireless monitoring systems to replace costly and unreliable phone lines and save your community thousands. From individual homes to large communities, Imperial Fire Alarm and Security can secure your world.
Don't you think it's time to secure your world? Imperial Fire Alarm and Security services Lee, Charlotte, and Collier counties. Learn more at imperialfiresecurity.com or to schedule your free consultation, call 239-288-6482. Secure your world at imperialfiresecurity.com.
License number EF2000046.
Southwest Florida knows that Duncan's Diamonds has the best prices, but it's their quality, selection, and excellent customer service that keeps customers coming back year after year. And Duncan's Diamonds customers have great things to say.
Their sales team is extremely helpful and knowledgeable.
I shopped at other jewelry stores, but there's no place like Duncan's Diamonds. And I tell all my friends to come here every chance I get.
At Duncan's Diamonds, I found everything I was looking for. Great designers. I was awfully impressed with their Hearts on Fire diamonds and jewelry. You know, they're really amazing.
The customer service is excellent. You know, you're free to take your time and browse without being hassled, and all your questions are answered.
I've been to every chain jewelry store, department store, and independently owned stores. None of them beat Duncan's Diamonds prices. They are the best.
I had some jewelry to sell, and by far, Duncan's Diamonds paid me the most cash and paid on the spot.
Duncan's Diamonds puts your mind at ease. Best quality at the best price.
Discover Duncan's Diamonds, Fort Myers on US 41, and in the Gulf Coast Town Center, where you'll find the largest selection at the best prices in Southwest Florida.
Guys, if you haven't tried Entramax, the natural male enhancement supplement for on-demand performance in the bedroom, here's your chance to see what everyone is talking about. In celebration of 10 million doses, we're giving away 1 million bottles. Entramax was developed and perfected by specialists with over 40 years experience in creating natural products that target pharmaceutical results without the side effects. Entramax works the first time, every time for explosive, fast-action results in the bedroom. This is the product that drug companies don't want you to know about, but we do. That's why we're giving away 1 million bottles. Try Entramax for a few weeks and we'll deliver the best sex of your life, guaranteed. Take your performance to the next level. Call now to see how you can get a free bottle of doctor-recommended Entramax. This is a limited-time offer, so call 800-409-9610. That's 800-409-9610. Guys, when she's ready, be ready with Entramax. Call 800-409-9610. That's 800-409-9610.
The nicest used cars anywhere in the country are right here in Naples. And they're all on NaplesUsedCars.com. Hundreds of extra clean, low-mileage used cars at a fraction of their original prices. All makes, all models, like a Nissan Altima GXE with ice-cold AC, CD player, and fold-down rear seats for under $4,000. Over 150 Toyotas in stock, including the best-selling vehicle in America, the Toyota Camry, for under $5,000. Or check out the Ford F-250 XL Super Duty pickup, gas-powered and seating for 6 for under $12,000. Hundreds of quality pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs in stock. Browse at your own pace, 24 hours a day. Get your trade value, your interest rate, your down payment, your monthly payment. Even fill out your credit app online. Plus, we'll buy your car even if you don't buy one of ours. Visit NaplesUsedCars.com. That's NaplesUsedCars.com.
Plus tax, tag, and title fees, sponsored by Germain.
Attention Pittsburgh Steelers fans and New England Patriots fans. Football is here, and it's live at Groove Street Grill and Laugh-In Comedy Cafe. If you're a Steelers fan, you need to come out to Groove Street Grill to watch the games, where we show the Pittsburgh Steelers games exclusively on all our TVs and big screens. And if you're a Patriots fan, come to the Laugh-In Comedy Cafe, which is home to the New England Patriots fan club and features the Pats games exclusively on all our TVs and big screens. Groove Street Grill and Laugh-In Comedy Cafe are right next door to each other and are located in the College Plaza Shopping Center at 8595 College Parkway in Fort Myers. Our kitchen serves both rooms with the same great menu with football specials, and both rooms offer a full bar with drink specials on game day, and game day is always smoke-free in both rooms. So Steelers fans, Patriots fans, come out and meet the fans where fans meet at Groove Street Grill and Laugh-In Comedy Cafe. For more information, call 437-2743. That's 437-2743. Doors open 1 hour before game starts. Now back to the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty on 96 K-Rock. Talk that rocks.
Welcome back. Phone numbers are 239-277-9600 or 775-9600. You can check out our live stream at theledgeradioshow.com. You can also find us at facebook.com/The Ledge Radio Show. In this segment, we've got Collier County Judge Eugene Turner joining us. Judge, appreciate you coming in.
Good morning, guys. A pleasure to be here.
Well, we appreciate it.
We got to give him the official clap.
Oh, I forgot for Smitty. We've had a couple, at least one gentleman that was running for judge, but it was his first time. I don't think he made it. He was from the East Coast, running for a judgeship in Collier County. So I'm assuming he's out now since he didn't make it through his primary, what have you. Now, you've been a judge for how long in Collier County?
I've been a judge for almost 30 years.
All the time in Collier County, or
all the time in Collier County?
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long's your family been in Collier County?
My family's been there since 27, and my mother came in 29. My father in 31.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So
You need to write one of those books to say it'll be released once you pass on,
yeah,
because all the stories you have, you can't tell them now, obviously.
That's
but
right. We don't talk about that.
Well, tell me a little bit about your family. I mean, you guys have been here a long time. You're obviously a Florida cracker like myself. My family's been here since the mid-1800s.
Well, we came together then because my family was buried here in the 1850s.
No kidding.
First gravesite I found. And my wife's family's been here since the 1850s, just west of Ocala is where we
no kidding
began.
Yeah, we were up around Fort Meade.
That's ironic because most people come to Florida, they do get buried here.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
This
In order to be buried here, you have to come before you're buried. So you have to come before that. So.
That's true. You know, back then, man, this land was all scrub oaks and swamp, and it was very hard to traverse this area.
That's right.
I mean, you'd be hard pressed to do it on a horse. You know, a lot of people had to walk.
It was tough back then. I was here.
Both ways, up the hill and down the hill, right?
Judge, you do look like you could have been here in the 1850s.
Thank you so much.
He's a giver. He's a giver, man.
Yeah.
Remember his face when he shows up with that case.
Well, so now so you're running for re-election, you know, and this is something that voters and residents don't always, you know, they get to the voting booth and they know that, you know, they've learned a little bit, we hope, about their congressman they're picking, or maybe about their president guy, we hope. But then they see all the other items on the board, you know, the ballot. They got the hospital board, they got different judges running for different seats, and they don't know a lot about the judges. And you know, judges are very important, pivotal folks in this community, because this is what helps keep us safe, or helps keeps the rules, the rules in place. You know, why should people vote to reelect you? What do you bring to the table?
Well. First, I'd say that it's good that people don't know the judge. That means a lot of them haven't been in court.
That's true. Good point.
And it is tough to know the judges if you don't go to court. And when people come to court, they come once or twice, not frequently, hopefully. But what I guess they want to know about their judge is, one, his experience, his education, and his community service. My education began at the University of South Florida, a graduate in economics. After getting a degree in economics, I became one of the first economics planner for Pinellas County.
Well, you did say you're old as dirt.
I am.
Okay.
I am. So, but we were beginning to, in 1960s, late 60s, we began to hire people that were looking at the economic consequences of development. So I was the first economic planner for Pinellas County, appearing before the county commission. And that time, Pinellas County had TV'd programs, so we were reporting on television of what we were doing, doing the Pinellas economic base study. Left that, went back to college at the University of Florida for graduate school in economics.
Go Gators.
Go Gators.
That's right.
Well, my father and my grandfather went to the University of Florida.
No kidding, boy. Lifelong Gators, man. That is something. That's my team right there.
Yeah, well, that was my reason for going to South Florida. I didn't want to compete with that.
I see.
I saw a gator once, but
in the water, right?
That's it.
On your plate.
I had a pet gator. When
there
I was
you go. See, we got
you?
something common.
You know,
we got something common.
I think I read that about you. You did have a pet gator, didn't you?
I did have a pet gator, but I wasn't the brightest little kid on the block. It didn't live long. It died. I wasn't bright enough to know that you don't cook the hamburger before you feed it to the gator.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's no good, huh? So they can't
like
eat cooked hamburgers, but they can eat people, or
pythons,
raw meat.
And hams.
Raw meat.
You can eat hams.
Hands,
too.
yeah, arms. That's right. And that's been recent.
Yeah,
Wasn't there a lady in Collier County fairly recently that had her arm bit off or something?
Well, there was probably 15 years ago. She was washing.
Well, not that one.
No, there was some recent young man who had his arm bitten off.
The guy?
Yeah,
wow.
Do
you do like DUI cases or criminal cases or
the jurisdiction of county court is civil, which is anything up to $15,000, and then small claims are $5,000, 0 to 5,000. Then between 5 and 15 is a county court civil case. We also do tenant evictions. We do criminal. We do injunctions.
Divorces.
We do divorces in Collier, but it's not part of the county court jurisdiction. But we do.
What's that like? Is that a family court or what?
It's a circuit jurisdiction, but we'll do those things.
What's the difference between a judge and a magistrate?
We don't have magistrates except for we have hearing. There are special magistrates that we have. Magistrate works for the judiciary. They don't make any decisions by law. They're not permitted to make a decision. They can only make recommendations. They'll hear the issues presented by both sides and make a recommendation to the judge, summarize the facts, and attach the law to it and recommend what the judge do with it. but they don't make a decision.
So the judge then
did-
takes their recommendation and has to make the final call.
They did it in my traffic court. They made a decision.
But that was Lee
That's
County,
a
though.
hearing officer. They're
That was
not magistrates.
She's such a sweet lady. Let me tell you.
Well, that was Lee County, though. I don't know if it's a little different
We
up there.
had hearing officers up until July. We've had them in the past. Before that, they kind of come and go with us because we have a need to, as a county court judge, to express the values of the community, and sometimes the hearing officers deviate from that.
What's with the judges rubber stamping things, man? I see that go on a lot.
What-
Guys
explain that.
People
What do you
go
mean?
to court and it's just they're just there going, okay, yeah, and they let you talk and go, and then the cop says, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right, boom, next, and they just run them through, man.
Really?
They run them through. They
I
run 'em
haven't
through.
seen that.
That's Lee County.
You got to go to
man.
Lee County,
Oh,
man.
do I?
Oh yeah, you got to sit up there. That's a show.
Well, see, Smitty had a bad experience because
Oh, there
he
you
was
go.
busted speeding, trying to
I
weasel
never
out
had a
of
good
it.
experience going to court, man.
That's because you're always guilty.
on.
I'm not guilty.
You're always guilty when you get there.
I got to withhold adjudication. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go.
That's
So-
because he fought it. You know,
I
had he
did
not
fight
fought
it, tooth and nail, man.
You do withhold adjudication also means that you were found. The facts were sufficient to support a guilty. You were found guilty. We just didn't criminally adjudicate you.
Let me remind you that we're in Lee County, okay? You have no jurisdiction here, okay?
Take my case
You
back
have
home.
no jurisdiction, Judge.
Well, I'm going to put a GPS on Smitty's car for when he's in Collier County, and we'll get that over to Sheriff
We do
Ramboss.
that in Collier County. We do GPSs.
I got a pair of pliers.
So you hear all those types of cases. I mean, you've got the
We've got civil, we've got evictions, we've got county court, criminal. Criminal is any count that can go up to 1 year of jail. So you may appear in front of us for 3 or 4 counts. Theory is you could be sentenced to up to 4 years jail on those types of counts. But we do the volume court. Our court has a lot of action going on. We in the county court will handle towards 10,000 cases per year.
Holy cow!
So we have to move these cases. The Supreme Court gives us 90 days to resolve a misdemeanor. So we've got to have it in the door and out the door within 90 days is our objective.
How many hours a day do you work in a given day, on the bench? Is it a long day?
Let me remind you, you're on trial here.
You're under oath.
Let me remind you.
Is somebody following us for this? We're only in court for 8 hours a day max.
Okay.
The Supreme Court has advised us we don't want you to go past the time. It costs extra money, and because of budgetary issues, we try not to go past the day. Judge Martin just finished a jury trial Wednesday night that took her till almost 9 o'clock at night.
So that was a long day.
That's not desirable. We have to pay bailiffs and clerks and
Sure. Oh, that's true. I forgot about the
So-
sheriff's guys in there helping. I mean, you got to pay for that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We have to balance the needs of the jury. The jury, they don't want to come back tomorrow, and you'll give it to them at 5:30 thinking they can finish it, but frequently it doesn't happen.
Sure. Well, that's and I would also imagine we're coming up on a hard break here before the top of the next hour, and we're going to bring you back on for the first segment of the following hour since we didn't get a long time to spend with you at the end of this one.
Yeah,
but
stick around.
Yeah, stick around, everybody. If you got a question for the judge, 277-9600, 775-9600. We got Collier County Judge Eugene Turner in the studio with us, and we'll be back in about 3-4 minutes.
Find out where 96K Rock will be next. 96K Rock is constantly hitting the streets.
And you never know what you can win. Custom K-Rock t-shirts, concert tickets, sports tickets, and more.
Plus, you'll always get a cold 96K Rock custom labeled bottled water from Hoosier Wawa. To order, personal or business, 1 case minimum, call 403-WAWA.
For more information and to find out where we'll be next, visit 96krock.com.
Securing your family, your business, your property. That's what's important in your world. No matter how big, no matter how small, secure your world with Imperial Fire Alarm and Security today.
Imperial Fire Alarm and Security is a local company with hometown service, the way it should be. One call to Imperial will align you with the most effective fire alarm security and surveillance systems, as well as state-of-the-art wireless monitoring. If you're a property manager or condo association member, ask about Imperial's wireless monitoring systems to replace costly and unreliable phone lines and save your community thousands. From individual homes to large communities, Imperial Fire Alarm and Security can secure your world.
Don't you think it's time to secure your world? Imperial Fire Alarm and Security services Lee, Charlotte, and Collier counties. Learn more at imperialfiresecurity.com or to schedule your free consultation, call 239-288-6482. Secure your world at ImperialFireSecurity.com.
License number EF2000046.
Southwest Florida knows that Duncan's Diamonds has the best prices, but it's their quality, selection, and excellent customer service that keeps customers coming back year after year. And Duncan's Diamonds customers have great things to say.
Their sales team is extremely helpful and knowledgeable.
I've shopped at other jewelry stores. There's no place like Duncan's Diamonds. And I tell all my friends to come here every chance I get.
At Duncan's Diamonds, I found everything I was looking for. Great designers. I was awfully impressed with their Hearts on Fire diamonds and jewelry. You know, they're really amazing.
The customer service is excellent. You know, you're free to take your time and browse without being hassled, and all your questions are answered.
I've been to every chain jewelry store, department store, and independently owned stores. None of them beat Duncan's Diamonds prices. They are the best.
I had some jewelry to sell, and by far, Duncan's Diamonds paid me the most cash and paid on the spot.
Duncan's Diamonds puts your mind at ease. Best quality at the best price.
Discover Duncan's Diamonds, Fort Myers on US 41, and in the Gulf Coast Town Center, where you'll find the largest selection at the best prices in Southwest Florida.
On the go? So is ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Go to abcfws.com on your smartphone to find locations, featured deals, and mobile exclusive coupons. ABC. Online, on your way home, and now on your smartphone.
Over the years, you've heard me talk about our dog Emma. For our family, she is the love of our life. Years ago, our cat Sneakers filled that same role. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Recently, a friend and I were talking about how remarkable our pets are, almost like people. My friend commented that there must be a God because these friends are so special, they must be divinely created. If you want to change your life and that of your future best friend, visit an animal shelter today. Not only will you change that animal's life, but they will change yours forever. Our pets are loyal, loving, and kind. Change your life today. Adopt a pet. Trust me, you will thank me later. Morgan & Morgan, for the people and our pets. Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
Number 1 Billboard artist, Joe Bonamassa. Blues rock titan Joe Bonamassa, live in concert on Saturday, December 15th at the Germain Arena. Get tickets now at the Germain box office or at Ticketmaster.com. Joe Bonamassa. Don't miss your chance to experience the guitar event of the year.
These days, everyone's trying to get the most out of their vehicle by keeping it on the road just a little bit longer. That's why it's so important to have a place you can trust for all of your automotive repair needs. And that's Custom Transmission. Custom Transmission has already made a name for itself as one of the largest transmission shops in the area. But now, Custom Transmission brings their same level of professional service to all aspects of auto repair and maintenance. So think of Custom Transmission for complete auto service, from AC to brakes to tune-ups and even tires. And of course, when it comes to transmissions, whether automatic or manual, foreign or domestic, Custom Transmission are the transmission experts. So keeping your vehicle running right is now one less thing you have to worry about, thanks to the pros at Custom Transmission. Locally owned and convenient to Fort Myers and Cape Coral at 236 Pondella Road in North Fort Myers. Or give them a call at 995-7878. That's 995-7878. And like Custom Transmission says, we give a shift.
From the huge studios, WRXK, Bonita Springs, Naples, Fort Myers, a Beasley Broadcast Group station, 96K-Rock and 96KRock.com. Talk that rocks.
Get off the ledge! Get off the ledge!
This country sure as hell been going down the drain.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. Why should you want to know? Don't you mind about the future?
And now, live, unedited, unrehearsed, and unapologetic, brought to you by Duncan's Diamonds, your direct diamond importer. Straight off the ledge, it's JD and Smitty.
This is the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty on 96K Rock. Phone lines are open, 277-9600. Or for the viewers around the world watching the live stream in HD video on the Ledge Cam, 239-775-9600. Visit our website and blog at theledgeradioshow.com. You can also give us a like at facebook.com/The Ledge Radio Show.
Welcome back, Southwest Florida. The second hour is going to be brought to you by Imperial Fire Alarm and Security, securing your world. For all the fire alarm security needs, CCTV, access control needs, etc., please call Imperial Fire Alarm and Security today at 239-288-6482. That's 288-6482. Or check out the Ledge, the website, and they'll be on the Google, and you can hook them up.
You know what their website is?
It's the ImperialFireAlarm.com, isn't it?
No.
What is it?
That's what I get with
What
Smitty.
is it, Imperial Fire
See,
Alarm?
whenever Smitty goes off prompter, it's just like Obama going off prompter. It just blah, 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 blah.
I can't read your writing here. Go ahead.
Imperial Fire Security.
Oh, that's right.
Just back away from the microphone.
Fire,
Don't hurt yourself.
And fire, security, fire the alarm.
Back away from the microphone.
Fire the
back away.
Alarm.
ImperialFireSecurity.com.
Check for it on Google. They'll be able to help you out.
Oh, you forgot to put on your For the Cure shirt, Smitty,
I'll
when you're in the break.
While you're talking here,
hang on. It's
breast cancer awareness.
I'm aware.
A month, and if the NFL can play with the pink, so can I.
It's a nice shirt, man. You had your shirt made. It's very nice.
Check it out, and go to your local.
It's on the Ledge Cam right now,
and you can go to different places and buy stuff that's pink, and partially goes to the cause. So it's For the Cure, and it's a.
What do they do? What is every pink shirt during this month? No.
Yeah. That's why the NFL has the pink flags, and the little kids now, they got the little flags hanging off their belt, and they have little hand grips and stuff, and it just brings awareness to it. And I think a portion of the proceeds go to fight cancer for breast awareness, which is a big thing.
That's a very, very worthy cause.
It is, and my mom actually died from breast cancer, so it's a big thing. So.
Well, good. We appreciate you supporting us, Smitty.
Absolutely, guys.
Back with us this hour, we've got Eugene Turner from Collier County. He's a judge. He's running for re-election. Judge, welcome back, buddy.
Thank you, but you guys said this was a radio station. I didn't know we're on the webcam worldwide.
Worldwide.
My hair. What is the deal?
Yeah, it wouldn't have helped.
While we were on break, you were talking about that thing from North Carolina. Can you tell the listeners tell them how much better we have it here? When you're a speeder, just explain to the crowd what happens up there.
Well, in North Carolina, if you're speeding 15 miles or more over the speed limit, they suspend your driver's license for 30 days.
First offense,
no questions asked. They don't even care if you get the speeding ticket in Florida. If you have a North Carolina driver's license, they'll send you a note in the mail and say from this date to this date your license is suspended. They don't want to hear an explanation. They don't want to hear anything about it.
Wow.
It's done. We're not asking you what is convenient for you. They just do it.
So do we have anything like that down here? Anything that strict?
No. The only times we do that statutorily is when there is a serious injury in a vehicular accident in which the driver was at fault.
Definitely found at fault.
Or a death. Then we do mandatorily suspend.
Now, when they say this is a no-fault state, is that mainly just for insurance purposes?
Yes.
But you can still be at fault for running over somebody.
Sure.
Okay. Now, I've heard that term, and I thought, man, how can they say there was no one at fault when clearly this guy plowed right into this guy? Yeah. So that's just insurance purposes.
It's insurance, yeah.
Okay. All right.
What about the DUI cases? I see a lot of people with DUIs now. It's a big thing. Everybody getting pulled over, they have like a what's the level? Do you know?
0.08.
0.08. That's like what's that? A quarter of a beer or something like that. It's like ridiculous.
It's not a quarter of a beer.
I mean, and they pull somebody over for having a beer, and the guy says, "Hey, will you drink us?" "Yeah, I was down the corner. I had a crab cake and a couple beers. I'm heading home." Get out of the car. You're done. And next thing you know, his car is getting towed. He's losing his job. He's impounded.
That's after
and then
he
you got to
failed
go to the
test,
judge,
though.
and you're going, "Man, what? Give me a break." And they never get a break, man. I mean, what's going on with that?
Well, here I've actually got a question, a little segue right into that.
Go ahead.
How do you decide to sentence someone in a DUI case, and what factors would you look at, and then try to respond to Smitty over here drinking after his crab cakes?
Yeah, we're going to test you after the radio
absolutely,
station.
absolutely.
Now, when you get number one is 85% of our cases in county court are criminal.
Okay.
We have at least 30 DUIs per week in Collier County. So we have 90 days to resolve them. So they're coming in the front door. We've got to get them out of the back door. We've got a really good cooperative relationship going on between our prosecutors, the court, and the defense counsel in that. The court in our county is consistent in the way we deal with these cases, so that everybody kind of knows if these set of facts exist, this disposition is going to come out. And with that said, the set of facts include the driving pattern of the individual at the time, the level of his alcohol consumption, his traffic record, his prior criminal record, his attitude. A lot of factors go into the disposition of a defendant. The disposition will include anything from punitive measures. We're going to put you in jail for X number of days just because your driving pattern deserved punishment. In Collier County, the standards of this community are those which demand that we have rehabilitation. So it's not just enough to put somebody in jail. We want to be sure when they come out, they don't come out with the same inclinations to perform the same.
It's not just punishment now. It's like you said. It's trying to turn somebody around, and that's a big thing.
You know why though? Because look how many repeat DUI offenders there are. People just don't. They don't learn. I mean, they don't learn. They'll 2-3 times. I mean, I don't know if we got a 3 strikes rule or not for DUIs or what the something. Is there anything like that you're aware of?
Every time you have a DUI, it enhances the probability of a future one.
Okay. We've got a caller on the line. I'm not sure if he wants to talk to the judge, but we got Scott from Cape Coral on line 1. Scott, you're on the Ledge Radio Show.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
First off, who's from Baltimore?
I am Smitty.
I can tell, man, from your voice. I'm from Ellicott City.
Oh my gosh, that's a good place to go, man. You got some good bars down there.
Oh, we sure do. Fells Point, Ellicott City, anywhere in Baltimore.
Well, the judge actually finished law school up there.
I did. I finished law school in Baltimore and been to Fells Point many times.
How you like it?
Loved it. I lived in Towson.
That's my dad's from Towson. Michael Phelps is from Towson. So
you know this area, Scott?
Oh, very, very well, man. I mean, I grew up there with the Grateful Dead and punk rock and.
What about Chaps Pit Beef?
Which one?
Chaps Pit Beef. Have you eaten there? The barbecue place?
It's on Pulaski Highway. It's up by the Gold Club.
Oh, okay. I got you.
The Gold Club.
I just heard that voice and it sounded like home, man.
Well, thank you, my friend.
You got it, brother. Hey, I got one question now. I've been told before when they have these, which I feel aren't right, these roadblocks. People have told me that you just keep your window up and you don't comply. Is that the stupidest thing in the world to ever do?
Yeah, it'll be pretty close to guaranteeing you're going to spend the night with us.
You're going to be drug out of the car with a billy club.
I usually leave my window up and use my hand signal like I can't talk. You know,
I go.
I don't know.
Yeah, the middle finger will guarantee it too.
Because I ride my Harley and you don't have any sort of. You're there right there in your face in a second. So
well, what I would do if I was on my Harley, I would make sure that I had my mouth open while I was driving, so I'd air it out from all the alcohol. Maybe have some gum going, maybe some Banaka spray.
Is there any way to legally get around that?
You could chew all the bugs that get in your teeth.
You could do that.
Probably mask it.
Maybe I would. Yeah, try to buy. Bugs are way better than going to jail, man. I can tell you that. Or just don't drink past the limit. That's probably the best.
Well,
that's the best solution.
I learned the hard way when I first came down from Maryland. So I had to call, man. You guys, it just reminded me how you guys have a great morning.
Absolutely, calling
Thanks,
again,
God.
calling
Take
again,
care,
my friend.
Well,
Go O's.
Those roadblocks. Let me just let you know that in Collier County, we're very proactive in protection from DUIs, and our probation officers will go to the roadblocks on the evening of the roadblocks because they know the people that are on probation in our divisions, so they go there just to be sure that somebody isn't drinking. For our DUIs, we don't allow consumption of alcohol when you're on probation.
No kidding.
You can't go to any bars, taverns. You can't have alcohol in your home.
Wow.
So if somebody's there with alcohol in their breath, they don't have to blow above the limit. If the probation officer is there, we know they're on probation. Tag in Collier County, we do warrantless arrests for probation.
And for the record, the judge doesn't write the laws; you just have to enforce them. This isn't what you've come up with. This is just something that when it's put in front of you, you've got to enforce the law as it was written and use the determining factors which you mentioned earlier. Especially when you see a DUI case.
Sure.
Well, what's the most challenging case you've had? I guess down in Collier County.
Oh, well.
There's always one that you go and you say, man, that's tough. Which one is it, man?
They're all challenging because you have to make a decision of what to do with the life of an individual. The one that just in that case would be memorable is a 16-year-old girl on a murder case trying to decide what to do with a 16-year-old girl who walks up to her father who is sleeping in bed and she pulls the trigger on both barrels of the shotgun. So that's an interesting involvement of how and why and what do we do to help the thing work its way
Are you in
out.
favor of capital punishment?
I don't have, I'm not permitted to say my personal opinion of capital
Hypothetically.
punishment, but what I will say is I will enforce the law as the law is written.
That's a good judge answer right there.
Thank you.
We've got Tim on line 1. He's got a question for the judge. Tim, you're on the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty and Judge Turner. What you got?
Hi, this is Tim from Naples. I have a question for the judge, and I'll take the question off the air.
Okay.
I have a question of the red light cameras and their relationship to the Sixth Amendment.
All right, Tim. Judge, what?
Okay.
What
are you referring to? Can you?
Well, the right to confront your accuser in relation to the red light cameras that Collier County has in place.
Okay.
Thanks, Tim.
Stick to that. Collier County's red light, number one, is a civil issue. You're talking about accusers of a criminal issue. Number two, the red light cameras do take photographs, but they take photographs of the vehicle. Being a civil issue is the same as a parking violation. When your car parks in a parking spot that the time has expired, they give the citation to the vehicle, therefore the owner of the vehicle, not to the person who drove it and parked it. So
would that be the same as, let's say, if you've got a business and you've got 10 or 12 vehicles on the road for your business, and one of your drivers gets that violation, does that violation then go against the vehicle owner, which would be the business?
The vehicle owner is the one that's billed. You don't get any points for red light violations. But if the owner of the vehicle doesn't want to pay it, he can get away with it by simply doing an affidavit to the court, which explains to the court that I was not driving. The only catch there is you got to tell us who was driving your vehicle.
If you do that, then would they go after the driver?
That's not a loophole.
I like that loophole. I like that loophole.
I want a loophole where you can get out.
No, that's even better, because when Smitty's driving my car, I know exactly what to do now.
I know, me too. Jeremy Johnson driving mine.
Nice. Well, that's interesting. I didn't realize that there was, you could do an affidavit, to tell the court, that you weren't the driver.
Sure. We try not to be irrational and use a sledgehammer to solve a problem. But this wasn't the courts setting up the system. These were set up by the county contracting with the Arizona company to do this. We're put in a position of having to decide it within the framework of what the legislature and the contract agrees to.
You just did an interview with the Naples Daily News. Your opponent refused to attend. What do you think of that?
Don't really care one way or the other. It was his decision. The only thing that bothers me is that in his response of why he chose not to attend, it was because he was advised by his advisors not to attend.
What do you think the reason was behind it?
I don't know what the reason was, but I know as a judge, we're not generally able to shift our decision responsibility to
advisors,
our law clerk, or to our advisors, or anyone else. You're the one that's going to be making the decision. You may be doing it because somebody's advised you to do it, but you really should own up to your own decisions. And if you're going to be a judge, then you've got to be able to make those decisions.
You got to make that hard final call.
Be responsible for
instead of following someone else's decision making. I mean,
it's okay to follow somebody's decision making, but it's your decision.
That's right. And you're the only one ultimately responsible. You've got to live with that decision after the fact. So you better choose wisely, right?
Talking about the judge, were we taking a break or something?
No, we got a caller on line one.
Take a call. I was going to ask the judge something.
We got let's take a call from Leonard on line one. Leonard, you're on the Ledge Radio Show.
Yes, I have a question for the judge about running the red lights, because a buddy of mine, I'm in Fort Myers, a buddy of mine, he's a cop, and he told me whenever you run a red light, you get pulled over for it, it's 4 points on your license.
Well, here's the thing. I'll answer the first part of that. First of all, you won't get. Oh no, okay. I see what you're saying. You're not talking about the red light cameras. You're saying if you physically get pulled over by an actual deputy.
Yeah. So what's the difference whether it's a camera or a deputy's pulling you over?
The difference is the standard. 4
points.
Yeah, you get no points when you're cited because of the camera. The deputy is not present. He doesn't identify the driver of the vehicle. He identifies the tag number, and the owner of the vehicle is identified. the law enforcement reviews every one of those potential violations to be sure that it did cross the white line after the red light, and then he cites the vehicle. The deputy stopping you stops and cites the individual who is driving, and therefore they'll give them the points.
That answer your question, Leonard?
Yes and no. Other than the law, it contradicts itself there.
Well,
whether
yeah, they're two different.
On the person that's driving, and then turn. It should be fair game for all.
All right, Leonard. Well, that's the whole red light camera thing has been really controversial in every county it's been in. But we appreciate your call, and again, it's not something that the judge put into place, but he does have to work within the framework of the law surrounding it. And right now you've got, you'll get you get a citation sent to the driver, the owner, and the mail for red light, and then
let me get a take on the judge before we take a break real quick. I was looking at this story here, and I would like to get your take on it. There's a lady named Annie Ducan, and she was up in Boston, and she was in charge of doing the drug testing for the criminal activities, and they found that there was 60,000 drug samples involved, 34,000 defendants during the 9 years the lab that she messed with, and now a lot of people went to jail.
Are you familiar with that case, Judge?
To the extent that I heard it on television.
Yes, she admitted identifying narcotics simply by looking at them, and she fudged them. Dozens of drug-related defendants already back on the street because of her misconduct. Ducan, which is spelled Dookhan, lied about even having a master's degree in chemistry. It's just what that's craziness. That is crazy.
It's criminalness, if that's the way you want to put it. Her actions were criminal. Her actions will result in probably incarceration. She'll be there where the others were.
What would you give her?
I don't
Whatever
know.
the law says.
What'd you give her, man? Hang them high? What are you doing here?
I would say that's a very aggravating situation in which she has damaged other people's freedom and other people's lives. Same thing as if somebody gives a false affidavit in court, and the individual to who they allege committed an offense they did not commit, and they knew they did not commit it, but they claimed it. That person will be going to jail.
Think about all of the outside implications for that situation up there, where you've got 34,000 cases. Now they got to go back and re-review all these cases, or potentially throw them out.
Substantially lost.
I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's not
but
a couple hundred.
But that can happen. I mean, that's sure. Obviously, that something slipped through the cracks here, or even if maybe her background check was
one of the
good.
colleagues said that they never saw her in front of any microscope. That would have been kind of a clue that said, well, you know what.
And she's the most prolific of all the people there.
They said the average person working there would go through 100 to 200 cases a month or whatever it was. She was doing like 500, 600. She was ripping through them, man.
We're coming up on our break for this first segment.
Probably got piecemeal.
And I just want to thank the judge for coming in.
Absolutely.
Judge Eugene Turner is going to be on the ballot coming up here in November for Collier County Judge. Is it Collier Circuit? What do they call it?
Collier County Court.
Collier County Court. So look for Eugene Turner on the ballot.
Early voting?
Maybe. Yeah, there's some early voting. 10 days of it.
Absentee,
that's right. 10 days
absentee
prior to the election.
Yeah, Leon, you've listened to what he's got to say. You can check out his website or something, I'm sure. You guys have something like that?
We got a great website.
What's the website address? Do you remember?
Yes. Re-elect Turner.
Re-elect Turner?
Re-elect Turner, I think.
That's almost as bad as Smitty trying to remember the.
See, you do that to people. You ask them, what flavor do you like here in Baskin Robbins? I don't know. There's 35 of them. Let me look.
I think there's 31. All right, Judge, we appreciate you coming on. Everybody, we'll be back. The Ledge Radio Show will be back in about 4 minutes.
96 K-Rock.
Your home for Miami Dolphins football.
Presented by Bud Light.
The Dolphins travel to Cincinnati so that Cameron Wake can beat Andy Dalton like a red-headed stepchild. Fins, Bengals, Sunday. Pre-game at 11, kickoff at 1.
Presented by Bud Light. Brought to you by Schuler Steakhouse, Bocamper Sports Bar and Grill, Cape Smoke Shop, Great Southern Products, and Executive Electronics of Southwest Florida.
On 96
K-Rock.
Securing your family, your business, your property. That's what's important in your world. No matter how big, no matter how small, Secure your world with Imperial Fire Alarm and Security today.
Imperial Fire Alarm and Security is a local company with hometown service, the way it should be. One call to Imperial will align you with the most effective fire alarm, security, and surveillance systems, as well as state-of-the-art wireless monitoring. If you're a property manager or condo association member, ask about Imperial's wireless monitoring systems to replace costly and unreliable phone lines and save your community thousands. From individual homes to large communities, Imperial Fire Alarm and Security can secure your world.
Don't you think it's time to secure your world? Imperial Fire Alarm and Security services Lee, Charlotte, and Collier counties. Learn more at imperialfiresecurity.com or to schedule your free consultation, call 239-288-6482. Secure your world at imperialfiresecurity.com.
License number EF2000046.
The nicest used cars anywhere in the country are right here in Naples. And they're all on NaplesUsedCars.com. Hundreds of extra clean, low-mileage used cars at a fraction of their original prices. All makes, all models, like a Nissan Altima GXE with ice-cold AC, CD player, and fold-down rear seats for under $4,000. Over 150 Toyotas in stock, including the best-selling vehicle in America, the Toyota Camry, for under $5,000. Or check out the Ford F-250 XL Super Duty pickup, gas-powered and seating for 6, for under $12,000. Hundreds of quality pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs in stock. Browse at your own pace, 24 hours a day. Get your trade value, your interest rate, your down payment, your monthly payment. Even fill out your credit app online. Plus, we'll buy your car even if you don't buy one of ours. Visit NaplesUsedCars.com. That's NaplesUsedCars.com.
Plus tax, tag, and title fees, sponsored by Germain.
Hi, it's Mick Fitzgerald from Fitzgerald's Pub. It's already halfway to St. Patrick's Day, so Fitzgerald celebrates our halfway to St. Patrick's Day party.
Tuesday, October 16th. Come join the fun as Fitzgerald's presents An Evening in Ireland with West of Galway, Florida's premier Irish party band, plus Irish dancers and bagpipes, and no cover charge.
And of course, all your favorite food and fun all night long.
And every Tuesday night, starting at 7 p.m., join us for The Crack with West of Galway, Florida's best Irish band. But don't forget the halfway to St. Paddy's Day party, Tuesday, October 16th, as Fitzgerald's presents An Evening in Ireland.
The way I see it, 365 days is too long to wait for St. Patrick's Day, so we won't make you wait any longer. Be at Fitzgerald's Pub for our halfway to St. Patrick's Day, but seating is limited, so reserve early. Call 239-949-2111. That's 239-949-2111. Fitzgerald's, 9070 Bonita Beach Road, Bonita Springs. Come for the food, stay for the fun. Bye-bye.
To find out more, log on Fitzgerald'sPub.com.
Visit Jason and Todd at the Diamond District.
I love the weekends. You can't beat the beach. The sand, the hot sun.
Todd, when was the last time you were at the beach?
Jace, while you and I are at the Diamond District all weekend, there are some people who go to the beach. And I'm just saying how nice that must be.
And after the beach, if you're in the market for a diamond, you won't find a better value or diamond buying experience than the Diamond District.
In Estero at Coconut Point, with diamond prices at or below the internet.
At the Diamond District.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Now back to the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty on 96 K-Rock.
Welcome back. Phone lines are open, and the numbers are 239-277-9600 or 775-9600. You can check out our live stream at theledgeradioshow.com. You can also find us at facebook.com/The Ledge Radio Show. And before I get to our next guest, we do have Charlie Whitehead in the studio. He's running for Lee County Commission. I've got a nice woman hanging on the line. We've got Sheila. What is it, line 2, Sick Rick? Sheila, you're on the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty. What you got for us?
I needed to ask the question. I got a DUI, and I had a lawyer, and the lawyer, we beat the case, and the state of Florida gave me my license back, and then when I went back to court and the judge adjudicated me guilty, even after I done beat the case with the state, and they gave me the license, then the judge turns around and takes the license away from me. How can he do that?
I don't know. That's a good question. The Judge Turner, from Collier County, he just left. He was in the last segment, so you're a day late and a dollar short.
But if you're in Lee County, are you in Lee County?
No, I'm in Hendry County.
Henry?
Oh, man.
I don't know that.
Wilbur Smith will help you.
Yeah,
the
call.
offense was in Glades County.
Call Wilbur Smith.
Oh, no, she said the offense was in Glades County. Well,
Oh.
I mean, it's unfortunate, Sheila, but a lot of times you got to buy a big lawyer, expensive lawyer to help you out with that kind of stuff. It's beyond my pay grade, and I'm sure it's beyond Smitty's. You topped his about 3 seconds ago.
Yeah.
But when I'll ask the judge, and next time I talk to him, and see what we can find out for you. Shoot me an email. Go on the website. You get my email, and I'll get you an answer. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks a lot, Sheila. Take care. Thanks for listening.
You too. Bye.
You got a
All right.
law show?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Absolute Law. Yeah,
Absolute
you know what,
Law.
Sheila, if you're still listening, tune in tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. You got Absolute Law. Is that Mike Chernopoulos?
Mike Chernopoulos.
Yeah,
Tune
call
in
him
to
and ask him.
96 K-Rock. They'll have that for you.
He'll tell you. All right, we're proud to welcome. We got Charlie Whitehead in the studio with us. Charlie, thanks for being here, bud.
All right, Charlie, we're going to give you an official clap.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
All right, so Charlie, you're running for Lee County Commission. Which district?
I'm in District 3. Lee County is a county-wide vote, but you have to live within your district.
Okay.
So you live in District 3, too.
What is District 3? What's that encompass?
Oh, District 3 is Bonita Springs, Estero, parts of San Carlos Park, Fort Myers Beach, a little bit of Iona McGregor.
Okay, so that's where we're at right now.
That's my neck of the woods.
That's you. That's the studio and everything, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. What?
Who's your competitor? Who you running
up
against?
I'm up against the mayor of Fort Myers Beach, Larry Kiker.
Oh, okay. Okay, Larry. Oh, that's right. He won his primary.
Larry got through the Republican primary, yes.
Okay, and so you're running as an independent then?
I'm running as a no-party affiliation candidate. It's
NPA.
Sort of a strange little quirk in Florida election law.
Sure.
Well, it's becoming more and more popular. People are starting to go independent. They're getting tired of the left and the right, and they're starting to say, you know what, I'm not going to even deal with it.
But he's even different than that, the NPA, and I've seen NPA before, and I don't know.
No party affiliation.
Yeah, we've got there's another gentleman. I don't know if he's NPA, but he may be independent. Matt Miller, I think he's running. Do you know if he's an NPA or independent? Do you remember?
I believe that Matt is an independent party.
And he's district? He's District 5, running for the Lehigh area, right?
He is. He's in District 5.
Running against Frank Mann. Okay.
Matt and I, of course, have met each other. We see each other at all the candidate forums, that sort of thing.
Well, that's cool. Now, is this the first time you've ever run?
It is.
How you like it?
Oh, it's been kind of interesting.
It's interesting.
I spent 25 years as a newspaper reporter. I'm way more used to being on the other end of the questions.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. What's the biggest topic that's given you an edge?
Well, just recently, and I will tell you, I've been accused of being negative for bringing it up.
Right.
But, I consider it to be just part of the record. One of my friends from the Fort Myers Beach was a little angry with the mayor, and began to dig into his background. And frankly, all it took was a call to the elections office to find out that the first time the mayor registered to vote was 2006.
Wow.
When he was running for Fort Myers Beach Town Council.
Was he only 18 maybe?
Well, he's 60 now. So.
Oh.
Wow.
Time
flies when you're having fun.
He was thinking about it. Okay.
Well, let me ask you this, and I don't know I'm not sure of Kiker's background, but is he a lifelong resident, or did he move in from somewhere else? Do we know?
Well, he moved to Fort Myers Beach in 1995, according to his bio.
So he could have then voted several times had he registered to vote.
That's my thinking, and I think some other folks thinking.
Well, that is
what's the biggest differences between both of you?
Hey, Smitty, before we're going to get to
it,
I got a call.
Sure.
I got looks like I got Roadhog on line one.
Oh.
Roadhog, you're on the Ledge Radio Show. What you got for us, bud?
Hey, just checking in from the RYC out here.
Redneck Yacht Club, come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. How you doing this morning?
Good. You guys got any barbecue out there?
Barbecue is going. We got the Jeep in the mud. It's a good day.
You got a cooler full of beer?
Of course.
Or it's about probably only half full by now.
A single-shot rifle and a one-eyed dog. You kidding me?
That's right.
That's right, brother. I just figured I'd check in with you, buddy.
Hey, thanks, Roadhog. Take care, man.
Later.
Back to the question. I was asking you.
What, the biggest difference?
Yeah, the biggest difference between you guys.
Well, I spent 25 years covering Lee County government, the actual board that I'm running for.
So you saw a lot.
I've seen quite a bit. When I started covering Lee County, Porter Goss was a county commissioner.
Wow.
I knew Porter.
He did quite well.
Porter did well. He's a very, very intelligent man, very hardworking. He's a good man.
Was that after he was the mayor of Sanibel, or?
It was.
Yeah, okay. Because I think he was mayor first, right?
He was. I started covering county government in 1986.
Okay.
Or 87. It's been a long time. But the main difference between us, I mean, the mayor likes to talk about his business experience and his experience as mayor of Fort Myers Beach. Now, whatever that experience as mayor has benefited him, I do have the endorsement of the Fort Myers Beach Civic Association and of 4 of the 6 former mayors of Fort Myers Beach.
Wow. That seems kind of telling, doesn't it?
I believe that it is.
That goes under the good the
good category.
Good category. That's a good thing.
And I don't want to be negative.
No.
I don't think
clearly.
I don't think that Mayor Kiker's a bad guy, but I believe that the information about his voting record is something that's important for voters to know.
Yeah.
I believe that the endorsements are telling.
Well, at least you live in the area where you're running. A lot of people, as you know, they live somewhere else.
Well, I know we had Paige Kriegel running for Congress down here, and he lived up in Punta Gorda, had a business up in Punta Gorda. I think that was one of the detractors that kept people from voting for him. Is when people learned that. I mean, if you don't live in the area, I mean, it's kind of
it's kind of stupid.
It doesn't make any sense.
And coincidentally, the mayor and I both live out toward Fort Myers Beach. Obviously, he lives in town. I live on the other side of the bridge. I tell people that's greater metropolitan Fort Myers Beach.
Okay. Well, what are some of your big stances that you're running on for commission? What do you want to bring to the table?
Well, I frankly, as a guy that has watched them do their business for a very long time, I think they are in desperate need of somebody who will build some consensus and get people to work together. I don't think they've had that. And I think they need that real bad. I think that's what I am.
Okay. Well, we've got a caller on the line. Looks like I've got John from Cape Coral on line 1. John, you're on the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty. And Charlie Whitehead, what you got for us?
I live in Cape Coral, but I work in his district. As a no-party affiliate, what do you think, Obama or Romney?
Thanks, John. Thanks for the call, buddy.
Put him on a hot chair.
One more thing, boys.
Okay.
How about them birds?
How about them O's?
Man, look at all these Oriole fans coming out of the woodwork.
I love it.
Only when they win. When 20 years,
the last 20
years, they didn't have a single fan.
Don't be a hater.
Hey, anybody remember Wild Bill Hagee?
Yes, I do. And the big wheel?
Oh yeah, man! What, 84?
Yeah, that was good days, man. It was good days. I'll tell you, I could tell you a story whenever we meet about Wild Bill, but I can't do it on the air.
I could tell you many stories. Man.
All right, take
his muscles, boys.
Thank you, my friend. Call back in again, my friend.
Thanks for listening. So what do you think, Charlie? That's the question, man.
Well, that's a big question for not just me, but everybody.
Where are you leaning?
Right
Let's
now.
put it this way. Where are you leaning?
Well, I
won't
went
put
to
you.
a debate watching party this week.
Well, this week wasn't a good week for Obama, obviously.
No, that's true. Frankly, I was talking to folks more than I was listening, so I can't really pass judgment on the debate.
Right.
It was a debate party hosted by the Romney Victory Office.
Okay.
And I went as a newspaper reporter, you look at things right down the middle and you keep your cards close to your vest.
Right down the middle.
And
not all newspaper reporters, man.
Well, I will tell you.
Were you with the Lee County with the news press?
Have you been reading the Collier County press? My gosh.
I worked for
That's Naples
21
Daily News,
years.
whatever it is.
I worked for 21 years with the Naples Daily News.
Oh, did you?
Covering Lee County government.
Okay.
And I believe that a good newspaper reporter is very much like an elected official in that you gather the information, you question people, knowledgeable people on all aspects of the issue. You gather as much information as you can, and you lay it impartially before your readers so that they can make their decisions.
Well, man, you might be one needle in a haystack, because it sure seems that more and more these days these reporters are not reporters. They're shilling for one campaign or the other.
What do you think about the websites like factcheck.org and Politico? Some of these, they call themselves non-biased, nonpartisan websites. That seems to be a growing interest for most kids now, and
right.
Younger folks are going to that.
Well, I will
because
tell
you know
you,
as well as I know, Charlie. I don't have to tell you. if this guy spins a story and this guy spins a story, you're left there going, man, that's a lot of statistics. I can't figure this out.
Well, I will tell you that we all have our own built-in biases. We were all raised by somebody.
True.
A responsible reporter, and I like to believe that I was one, is able to set that aside and lay out the facts of the case, excluding his own opinions.
That's got to be tough, though, man. When you've got a certain moral compass or a certain view of ethics or business, or maybe you're a certain way with the way you believe in the Constitution, like I do. Or you're a big union guy, or there's a lot of differences, and I can't imagine.
You're a product of your environment, which you've been reared,
Well, actually, no, I've been reared. My parents, we grew up. I'm telling you, we grew up Southern Democrat. I mean, but I'm the opposite of that. I'm complete conservative. I'm complete constitutionalist. when it comes to that kind of stuff. I run my business, my daily business, in that method. I don't run my business like with no ethics, and because you work with me, and we try to run things with ethics. So I don't know how a reporter or anyone could set those things aside and really give a total neutral position. I mean,
well, frankly, I always considered that to be the job. Right. If you are unable to do that, then you're unable to function as a reporter.
Mm-hmm. That's true. If you were to look at it right now, who would you lean? 50, 50, 40, 60? How are you leaning here?
Gary Johnson. I mean,
let me just tell you this.
Like my dad said, where's your money going and where's your heart going?
When I moved to Fort Myers Beach in 1986, I was registered as a Republican.
Mm-hmm.
I am still a registered Republican.
Mm-hmm.
Running with no party affiliation did not make me more or less Republican than I was before. How am I leaning? I got to tell you right now, it's 51-49 in my head,
right.
The same as it is out there.
Right.
And some days it's 51-49 one way, and some days the other way. I go to political events for Democrats, and I go to political events for Republicans.
So you won't decide till you walk up, like most people have said. They won't decide till that day, till they walk in that booth, and they go, I'm voting this way.
I think I may be one of the few, you know how they say there's 45% over here and 45% over here, and everybody's fighting over the 10%?
Yes.
I think I may be one of the 10% that they're fighting over.
I hear you.
I tell you what, and I appreciate you coming out on the air and saying that. I mean, you're running in a what I consider a conservative bastion, this area. There's been a lot of Republican winners in this area for a long time, and you're up against the winner of the Republican primary for County Commission seat 3, someone who is backing the Republican candidate, who's stated that they are, who's got that the backing from the Republican Party. It's going to be tough, man, because Obama's had 4 years, and to be running against someone who's already saying, hey, we're not voting for that guy, and to not know yet which way you're going to go, maybe leading up until the day of the poll, that's going to be a tough sell for a lot of people, I think.
I share some of the disappointment that other people have over the last 4 years. It's been tough. The economy is bad. Things are bad around the Whitehead household,
Around the world.
Sure.
It's tough. And I am facing the guy that won the Republican primary. Commissioner Judah had been in there for 24 years. I believe he sort of
big upset.
To continue the baseball allegory, he sort of played his way out of the lineup.
He sure did, didn't
he? There was a lot of soft money spent in the primary. The news press has estimated there was more than $500,000 spent to get rid of Ray Judah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That helped my opponent onto the November ballot. In addition to having not voted until 2006, my opponent, who is telling folks that he is the real conservative Republican, became a Republican in 2010.
Nice.
So to the extent that the Republican Party is going to play a part, I can't imagine that conservative Republicans would think that a man who began voting in 2006 and became a Republican in 2010 is their guy.
Well, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you what, we're going to take a break. We're coming up on a hard break right now.
Let him post his webpage if they want to look for it.
I do. I have CharlieWhitehead2012.com. I have an active Facebook page. There's a lot of good information on there. I urge people to go there.
Sure thing.
What I say to every voter that I've spoken to is learn everything you can about me and learn everything you can about Mayor Kiker. I believe if they do that they're going to vote for me.
Well, Charlie, we appreciate
Well
you. We appreciate you coming on with us, and we wish you good luck the rest of the campaign. You've only got a few weeks left.
Vote early. Vote early.
Vote early. Vote often.
10.
Let's Radio Show with JD and Smitty. We'll be right back.
96 K-Rock supports Southwest Florida's bikers with the Biker Map.
Hey, this is Chris from the Biker Map. The Biker Map is in over 500 locations, and if you can't find it, just go to thebikermap.com. The Biker Map.
Grab a copy by stopping by K-Rock Broadcasts and always at the K-Rock Studios in Estero.
I just want to say thank you to Southwest Florida and all the advertisers for supporting all the motorcycle riders out there. The Biker Map. And be sure to be on the lookout for the all-new The Boater Map from 96 K-Rock and 96krock.com.
Securing your family, your business, your property. That's what's important in your world. No matter how big, no matter how small, secure your world with Imperial Fire Alarm and Security today.
Imperial Fire Alarm and Security is a local company with hometown service, the way it should be. One call to Imperial will align you with the most effective fire alarm security and surveillance systems, as well as state-of-the-art wireless monitoring. If you're a property manager or condo association member, ask about Imperial's wireless monitoring systems to replace costly and unreliable phone lines and save your community thousands. From individual homes to large communities, Imperial Fire Alarm and Security can secure your world.
Don't you think it's time to secure your world? Imperial Fire Alarm and Security services Lee, Charlotte, and Collier counties. Learn more at imperialfiresecurity.com or to schedule your free consultation, call 239-288-6482. Secure your world at imperialfiresecurity.com.
License number EF2000046.
Southwest Florida knows that Duncan's Diamonds has the best prices, but it's their quality, selection, and excellent customer service that keeps customers coming back year after year. And Duncan's Diamonds customers have great things to say.
Their sales team is extremely helpful and knowledgeable.
I shopped at other jewelry stores, but there's no place like Duncan's Diamonds. And I tell all my friends to come here every chance I get.
At Duncan's Diamonds, I found everything I was looking for. Great designers. I was awfully impressed with their Hearts on Fire diamonds and jewelry. You know, they're really amazing.
The customer service is excellent. You know, you're free to take your time and browse without being hassled, and all your questions are answered.
I've been to every chain jewelry store, department store, and independently owned stores. None of them beat Duncan's Diamonds prices. They are the best.
I had some jewelry to sell, and by far, Duncan's Diamonds paid me the most cash and paid on the spot.
Duncan's Diamonds puts your mind at ease. Best quality at the best price.
Discover Duncan's Diamonds, Fort Myers on US 41, and in the Gulf Coast Town Center, where you'll find the largest selection at the best prices in Southwest Florida. The Stage in Bonita brings you a special week of tributes, featuring the best tribute bands direct from Las Vegas. Thursday, October 11th, it's a tribute to Rod Stewart.
Wake up, Maggie, I think I got something.
Get ready for Hot Rod Live. Then on Friday, October 12th, it's a tribute to the Eagles. Be at the stage for the incredible Eagles tribute. Then on Saturday, October 13th, the stage presents a tribute to Michael Jackson. This night will be a thriller during a tribute to the King of Pop, Michael Jackson. Get your tickets now for these very special dinner shows at the stage. Check the web at thestagebonita.com for the complete lineup. So join the fun at the stage, located at 9144 Bonita Beach Road in the Sunshine Ace Plaza behind Fitzgerald's. For more info and reservations, call the stage at 405-8566. These days, everyone's trying to get the most out of their vehicle by keeping it on the road just a little bit longer. That's why it's so important to have a place you can trust for all of your automotive repair needs. And that's Custom Transmission. Custom Transmission has already made a name for itself as one of the largest transmission shops in the area. But now, Custom Transmission brings their same level of professional service to all aspects of auto repair and maintenance. So think of Custom Transmission for complete auto service, from AC to brakes to tune-ups and even tires. And of course, when it comes to transmissions, whether automatic or manual, foreign or domestic, Custom Transmission are the transmission experts. So keeping your vehicle running right is now one less thing you have to worry about, thanks to the pros at Custom Transmission. Locally owned and convenient to Fort Myers and Cape Coral at 236 Pondella Road in North Fort Myers. Or give them a call at 995-7878. That's 995-7878. And like Custom Transmission says, we give a shift. Rock Solid wants you
to be our customer. Rock Solid Countertops and More is your supermarket for countertops, flooring, and cabinets. And right now, for a limited time, our suppliers are offering us outrageous deals, and we want to pass the savings on to you. So come find huge granite savings on a huge selection of countertops with one-stop shopping on granite, marble, and quartz, plus flooring and cabinet fabrication. Complete granite kitchens from $9.99 installed. All Rock Solid products offer affordable quality for life. Rock Solid will not be undersold. Bring us your best offer and we will beat it. Hurry in now. We want you to save because Rock Solid knows you work hard for the money. Off Airport Pulling on JNC Boulevard in Naples. When coming to see us, look for the Superman sign guy. Call 596-7676. 596-7676. Or visit HugeGraniteSale.com. Rock Solid Countertops and More. It's really big.
Unfiltered, unbridled opinions and giving Southwest Florida a voice. It's the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty on 96 K-Rock. Talk that rocks. Talk that rocks.
Welcome back. Phone lines are open. The numbers are 239-277-9600 or 775-9600. You can check out our live stream at theledgeradioshow.com. You can also find us at facebook.com/The Ledge Radio Show. Just want to thank Charlie Whitehead for stopping in with us for the last segment. He had some interesting information to give us, some things that I had not heard yet about his opponent. So if you want to hear more about it, go to his website and check that out. And as Smitty says, you can Google him and Google Charlie Whitehead. You'll find his website.
You'll see him out there. And I think that he reiterated a lot about the middle voter. You know, like you said, 45's this way, 45's that way. You have about 10-15% that are probably in the middle. Some of them are being persuaded. Some of them are not. And it's going to be a real horse race down the wire.
I think you're right.
And you know, whoever wins is going to win by the hair of his chin. But I really don't think that the next debate is going to go as easy as Romney thinks the first one went. And like we said earlier, statistically, the incumbent takes a hit because, you know, like Romney did, he was a Monday morning quarterback. He's picking at everything he did wrong. Just
like Obama did in 2008.
But it's going to change.
Obama had 8 years of Bush stuff he could pick on.
Right, but now the gloves are going to come off, and I think you're going to see it. Now I know you made a comment about the Bureau of Labor Statistics. You think it's all screwed up and messed up and it's all slanted now. But while they were all in your favor, you were touting it. Of course, now you're not. So, you know, I just want to let everybody know that the number of unemployed people at 12.1 million decreased by 456,000 in September. Because the total, the employment rose 873,000 in September. These are statistics that support that. And I mean, when your rate goes down, why do you guys just say, hey, I would understand if you said it wasn't good enough, you know, or okay, it was a good move, but you know, it's not that great. But to say that it was just, you know, fabricated or it was screwed up or somebody manipulated it, that's craziness.
Well, you know, here's what I've got to say about that. Unemployment drops to 44-month low to 7.8%.
From 1983 to 212, it went down to
it's the largest 1 month jump in 29 years.
Speak on it.
1 month before the election.
Speak on it, brother man.
Give me a break.
Speak on it. You
that
just
is
can't.
Total fraud.
You are just rooting for him to fail.
I do want him to fail because I don't want a socialist president.
No, you're rooting for him to fail because it's America and you don't want it. You want what you want.
Hey, you know what? I got a gift for you, buddy. I got a caller on line one that's here just for you.
Is it Paul the
it's
stalker?
Paul on line one.
Hey, what's up, Dogface?
Hey, what's up, Smitty? What? You didn't get enough smacking around the stage the other night? You want a little bit more coming from me, pal?
Look, I think somebody wants fries with that shake. You better hurry up.
Yeah, well, yeah. Trust me, Obama got plenty of shaking up on the stage, man. Because I tell you what, if Romney was lying, how come Obama couldn't convince the audience that he was?
Hey, you know how
any facts?
You know how you can tell? You know how you can tell Romney's lying? His lips are moving.
Yeah, it's funny because Obama didn't have the guts to even look at his opponent.
He's going to eat him up next time, brother. It's all over.
Only if it's telepromptered, man.
7.8 unemployment. Things are going down. The employment rate's going.
Obama had his chance, and he failed.
Oh, you guys got one ball over the fence, and you thinking, oh, we did it. You didn't do nothing. You won one debate, Paul.
Questions over the fence, Smitty.
Paul.
Your opponent didn't knock one over the fence.
You got lucky. You're just glad that he didn't embarrass you like he's been embarrassing you for the last year, Paul.
You're ashamed of your candidate.
I love him. I think he's going to come out firing on all cylinders.
Oh, really? And how do you think old Ding Dong Biden's going to do against Paul Ryan?
Let me tell you, you got the dumbest MF in America
I'll
up
tell you
against
what.
Paul Ryan.
Are the chains off for that one? Are the chains going to be off?
I'll tell you what, that's a
He gonna
halftime
put y'all
show.
back in chains.
That's a halftime show. It's just to let everybody get some breather.
Hey, Smitty, what about unemployment? You're forgetting that a lot of people are giving up on looking for a job.
7.8.
exactly right.
It's moving in the right direction, Paul. It's moving in the right direction, so you can be a hater if you want.
I think Smitty needs to be on that list looking for a job.
You're just a hater, Paul.
Hey, Paul, thanks for calling in, buddy.
See ya.
See you there, Paul.
What Paul said, though, listen, it does need to be noted that unemployment fell only because more people left the workforce. Actually, a lot of people dropped out. They quit looking for jobs. Remember how this number is calculated? Hang on. Remember how it's calculated?
Yeah, that's that GOP math. That's what it is.
No, actually, it's not. It's not. The unemployment is calculated by the number of new applications applied for weekly at the unemployment office. When people have run their whole 99 weeks, and you can't get unemployment anymore, they don't count you anymore as being unemployed.
Okay.
Did you know that, Kelly?
I really didn't know.
That is absolutely the truth. When you stopped applying, you're no longer counted as unemployed.
You just want to spin it because it's a good statistic. It's going in the right direction, and they don't want to admit it because that's what their whole stance was. Unemployment's not going down. Now it goes down, and they go, "Oh, it's not right."
Did you hear what Jack Welch said?
Yeah, I did hear what he said.
Unbelievable job numbers. These Chicago guys will do anything. Can't debate, so they change the numbers.
I put him in with the truthers, the birthers, and now you can call them the Welchers.
Oh, one of the biggest businessmen in the world. One of the biggest business.
It's got to be skewed though. I mean, like a few people that I know who are 18, they filed for unemployment just because they could. I mean, it's kind of sickening. Just they filed just because they can.
Did you hear what Romney said about the 47%? He finally said it on Hannity. Did you hear what he said?
He said he made a mistake.
He said what I said was completely wrong.
Sure.
So he can be wrong, and at least he was man enough to man up and go, "Hey, I said something
that's different than purposeful fraud."
Now that's the difference because instead of saying I said something totally stupid, which it was, and then when everybody else said it was too, and he didn't want to say it. So
Hey, we got Josh from Naples on line 1. Josh, you're on the Ledge Radio Show. What you got for us, buddy?
Hey, it's Mike Garoppolo.
Oh, okay. That must be Mike on line 2. Sorry, Mike. What you got, man?
Yeah, that's Smitty. Hey, how do you think the vice presidential debate's going to go? You think Biden's going to have anything intelligent to say?
Let me tell you something. You may crack on Biden all you want, and he's a very colorful guy, okay? But he's not as stupid as everybody makes him sound,
colorful.
okay? And he talks to the people because he has a down-to-earth approach. He's not going to try to baffle you with statistics and fancy talk and being a Ryan and shifting things. Ryan can't even explain what he says. So, it's going to be a good show. I'll have some popcorn. I'll watch it.
Hey, Mike, thanks for the call. Thanks for the call, buddy. I got a couple other calls to get to before the end of the show. Hey, we got now it looks like Josh on line 2. Josh on the Les Radio Show.
What's up, Josh?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's up, my friend?
Hey, I just want to kind of bring something out. I'm a conservative Republican, but I don't believe necessarily in bashing the other opponent without facts to back it up. And although we can look at the fact that the numbers of unemployment have gone down and have gotten better over the last month, substantially from any other point, apparently since 1983, we do have to look at a couple of things here. Number one, we're coming up on a holiday season. Between this report and the last report of the fiscal year, or even the calendar year of 2012, we're dealing with a holiday season increase in employment. These numbers will go back down after the holiday season when all seasonal employees are released.
Hey, Josh, not only do I also agree with you, but I would also go back to the same claim that I made a few moments ago, that the unemployment rate is based on the number of applications at the unemployment office at the time. People that have stopped looking for work are no longer counted as being unemployed. They assume they've got a job.
Hey, Josh, what do you do for a living?
I'm actually retired from the U.S. Army.
Oh, you retired? Okay, I didn't know if you were working.
We appreciate your service, my friend.
Yeah,
Thanks
absolutely,
a lot.
absolutely. I just didn't know if you had.
Hey, Josh,
I
appreciate the call, man. I got to get to the last caller before the end of the show.
Sure, just one more quick
Yes, sir.
question, if you don't mind. I just want to say this. The numbers are looking great now, right before the election. What happened to the last 3 years?
They were held up by the GOP, holding their heels
go.
into the Senate after 2 years of fighting for health care for the American people.
Yeah,
now
here
they
we
threw
go.
the anchor down and said, we're going to do everything we can to get Obama out of the office. And they did. They're trying to.
Yeah, and Obama just circumvented him.
Want some
with
cheese with that
executive
line?
privilege,
Want some cheese
executive
with that line?
power.
Go ahead, take a
Hey,
call.
let me get Tracy on line 3 real quick before the end of the show. Tracy on the Ledge Radio Show.
Hey, I want to bring this back to a local level real quick.
Okay.
When you guys talking about Charlie Whitehead and Larry Kiker,
Yeah.
Don't you find it shameful that Larry Kiker didn't vote in this country? There are people fighting for us. My nephew is overseas right now for our right to vote. It's shameful that Larry Kiker did not respect the military, respect being American enough to go and register to vote until it helped him, until he could get a paycheck from the tax dollars from the town of Fort Myers Beach.
Hey, that's a good point, Tracy.
Now he wants our vote for frickin' Lee County government.
Frickin'.
Screw him.
I hear you. All right, thanks, Tracy. Thanks for the call. No, I think
tell
Tracy's
me how
got
you
a
really
good
feel.
point. We've only got a few seconds left. So
I want
to thank Kelly for stopping in. We've got more coming next week, I'm sure, after
Absolutely.
the vice presidential debate. Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty on 96 K-Rock. We'll see you next week.